I was struggling with some stuff, but coming to Dive and just talking about random stuff for a few hours kind of helped take my mind off things. So I've made a little journey through this as well, and I'm grateful for the time I've had here. So yeah.
Well then, okay, so remembering the first time you did this podcast, so obviously Jae started since episode 1, and then AleXa, you joined partway through.
Mm-hmm.
So in your different times, like trying this for the first time, do you recall like what that was like? I mean, Jae was running between shots for Whiting, so I'm sure he felt like a maniac. But do you recall that time at all, Jae?
Yeah, like I think when I started, if there's anything now that's changed from then and now, I guess it's just like, I don't know, the whole mental health thing struck in. Then I was super busy. I was always like, I need to be working. And now I'm just kind of just like, I don't really know what's going on sometimes. And I've accepted that. I've accepted that and come to a more peaceful conclusion of myself. I think before I was more like, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm speed. But like now I'm just kind of just like, okay, well, if it happens, it happens. It might have made me a lazier person, to be honest, but I don't know. I feel better.
Yeah.
That's good.
I feel better. What about you?
You had the blonde highlights? Yeah, sorry, Alex.
Oh yeah, because you had dark hair with the blonde, and then you went blonde, and now we're both not blonde.
Yep.
Oh my god. I mean, you had me on as a guest at first, and then that's how this whole shebang kind of kicked off. So first and foremost, thanks for letting me join you as a co-host.
Of course.
Thanks. But no, I mean, through the process of this podcast, I mean, I definitely things have changed for me too. I mean, I've had points in my life where I was struggling with some stuff, but coming to Dive and just talking about random stuff for a few hours kind of helped take my mind off things. So I've made a little journey through this as well, and I'm grateful for the time I've had here. So yeah.
I mean, okay, so I've kind of talked about it with other people who, do podcasting or people who've had shows with us before, and they always talk about like, you think like podcast, it's just talking. But, where there's things about it that kind of surprised you, or you're like, oh, you know what? Like this like is a skill that has to be like honed in a way, or, made you think differently about how you approach conversations at all? The answer can be no. It's okay.
Well, I mean,
I think podcasting is like a learned ability though.
True.
It's not just something that you can just pick up and or I guess some people can, but
True.
I wasn't. It took for me specifically, it took time to be able to like not feel awkward when talking to myself and asking myself questions.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Especially before you, I was a mess.
It was me and him in a hot room with no AC.
Yeah, I remember
and
that
him
room.
being like, we gotta get someone in here. I cannot just look at your face for 3 hours
Literally.
like this. This is no bueno.
Literally.
No
Yeah.
bueno.
And I
Not
was like,
bueno.
I see it.
It was rough. And then you came, our shining glittering star. Literally with glitter.
Yeah, lots of glitter.
Literally glitter on face.
And now I'm dressed for a funeral, but
Oh,
funeral.
the death of the show. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Okay.
You guys are so theatrical, dude, I swear.
I went to school for
Theater
theater.
kids.
Come on, performance. All right. Well, before we go into, obviously, all the fan questions that we're going to try to smash into this to kind of turn the tables around and finally get to questions that people have been trying to get from you guys answered, I ask you, what are some upcoming things or projects that you hope for people to look out, from you guys while this show is dormant?
Well, I'm always working on music, and music will always be my thing.
You're still on Spotify?
Yeah.
Am I?
Come on, streaming.
Follow at Each Music. Let's go. No tears. The Jae Whisperer.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
that
cool.
is a really cool thing that you did, though. I know, like, you kind of had like your ups and downs with it and all, but it was really cool to see you kind of like make HDIGH happen. It's all things considering too, how the past year has been.
No. I mean, it's always been like this for me.
Yeah.
Like YouTube too. Twitch, HDIGH. They always told me, no, you're not going to be success. You're not going to find success in that category. It's impossible. No one's done it before. And I've always said, why screw you and tried? And I think I've hit the peak of what I could. I've done the best that I can, and I've made positive feedback from it. And I think that's what matters.
No, literally, like the difference between you and most people is that you did it. Like a lot of people will sit around and say how much they want permission to do something or try something, or like they want someone to give them the opportunity. But you kind of were like, you won't give it to me, but I'm going to do it anyway. And like, that's crazy.
People don't give you opportunities, dude. Life. Okay, maybe I'll stop.
He called us dramatic.
Theater kids.
No. But there is truth into what you're saying, which is kind of like everyone's kind of trying to do their own thing. So in a way, they're looking out for their own back. They're not worrying about whether you are doing what you want to do. So at the end of the day, the only person you can count on to try to make that happen is yourself. Right.
Here's a PSA. People are going to give you looks. People are going to stare you down. People are going to call you the troublemaker. They're going to call you too ambitious. But guess what? If you get through that and you make it to the end of that finish line, which I definitely haven't, but I'm trying, you're going to see progress. I've done a lot of risky things in my career, and I kind of am, if anything, I feel like I'm the embodiment of risk it for the biscuit in K-pop.
Yeah.
And that's an American biscuit, KFC.
Yes. KFC has great biscuits.
I 100% believe that you stand by all of that. That was a quick preview, guys, of Jae's mindset.
It actually is. Wow.
I highly recommend. I actually listened to the early drafts of it with Eric actually in this room, like way back. But yeah, that was a quick preview. If you guys feel empowered by that, wait till you try to digest the whole thing, that whole biscuit. So, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that episode?
If you did, you can always listen to the full episodes on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
And also, do not forget to subscribe and follow this channel. Also, turn on notifications.